This is largely an appeal to the feminine heart, the heart of the young girl who worships love and the goddess of love and the heroes of love. And this plays the dominant part in her life, so that the vast majority of the fans are girls who come there to worship at the shrine of the goddess or the young god hero, as they did in the ancient past. I've seen this with the most dramatic intensity with the Beatles playing to 2,000 or 3,000 young girls in Manchester. Apart from another journalist, I was the only male in the audience. And I've never experienced anything like it in myself. If I were confronted with 10,000 Loch Ness monsters, I wouldn't be so impressed by this whistling and wailing and possession of the soul of these young girls.
Would you say it's true that the devotion your group attracts is essentially religious in nature?
No.
In what way is it not?
Well, in what way do you think it is,
The fervor, the excitement that it...
well, would you say football crowds are any more religious, or football fanatics have any more religion than Beatles fanatics? I don't think so.
One value divides the generations more sharply than any other: religion. The gap is greatest between college students and their parents. The question was whether belonging to some organized religion is important in a person's life. 9 out of 10 parents say it is. Only 4 out of 10 college students say religion is important. And the more radical the youth politically, the more likely he is to reject the religious values of adult society. Still, the gap is there, whatever the politics.
Well, some of the remarks attributed to you in some of the newspapers, the press here, concerning the remark that you made comparing the relative popularity of the Beatles with Jesus Christ, and that the Beatles were more popular. This created quite a controversy and a furor in this country. Would you clarify the remark?
Well, I've clarified it about 800 times, I could have said TV or something else, and that's as clear as it can be.
He said, I don't know what's wrong with the church at the moment. The Beatles are bigger than Jesus Christ, like they're not building Jesus enough. They ought to do more, like gospel and all this stuff. And well, that was taken out of context over in America.
The Beatles arrived in Japan today as their tour of the Far East continues. Across the Pacific in the United States, a furor is developing over comments John Lennon made. Quote, Christianity will go. It will vanish and shrink. We're more popular than Jesus, unquote. Here in Tokyo, violence broke out when right-wing fanatics demonstrated against the Beatles and their effect on Japanese youth.
This is Tommy Charles. If you, as an American teenager, are offended by statements from a group of foreign singers which strike at the very basis of our existence as God-fearing, patriotic citizens, then we urge you to take your Beatle records, pictures, and souvenirs to the pickup points about to be named. And on the night of the Beatles' appearance in Memphis, August 19th, they will be destroyed in a huge public bonfire at a place to be named soon. Stay tuned to Wacky for further development.
Now, this religious controversy, I know you don't want to say too much about it, but does it worry you that it's going to boil up when you get to the States?
Well, it worries me, yes, but I hope everything will be all right in the end of the day.
Well, I think the Beatles are a real talented group, but I think that they need to watch what they say, because they're in such a position that a lot of teenagers really think of them as something really big, and when they say things like that, some teenagers are going to just believe anything they say.
No, but I'm not saying that we're better or greater or comparing us with Jesus Christ as a person or God as a thing or whatever it is. I just said what I said and it was wrong or was taken wrong, and now it's all this.
Did you mean that the Beatles are more popular than Christ? When I was talking about it, it was very close and intimate with this person that I know who happens to be a reporter. I was using expressions on things that I just read and derived about Christianity, only I was saying it in the simplest form that I know, which is the natural way I talk.
What's the most enjoyable thing to you about this adulation, this almost godhood on earth that you've achieved?
Don't say that.
It was him. He said it.
You all saw that.
party. There is still a chance, Bill, that they will see.